AROK podcast. How you doing, Wangjo?
I'm doing great. I got my morning coffee with me, so this is as good as it gets.
Two tea bags.
Two tea bags with the AROK merch. Yes,
Oh
that's good
yeah, AROK.
marketing right there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the AROK mug. But
Um.
yeah, how's yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody, listeners. Um, so Wangjo, how was your week?
My week is good. It was pretty long actually. I did a lot of swimming and running. But besides that, obviously just worked a lot as well. But besides that, life is good. Cannot complain in the presence of this beauty right here now. So can't ask for much more. How about yours? How was your week?
Good. I got back from New York. I was in New York from Monday to Thursday for my 9 to 5. So yeah, I
Mm,
didn't really do much running or biking or swimming, but I did do a lot of walking.
yeah, you were telling me you walked like 17 miles or something one day.
No, I averaged 17,000 steps a day for 4 days.
Mm.
Yeah.
That sounds
So
good.
a lot of
Sounds good.
walking. Yeah.
That's how those New Yorkers stay fit, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very seldom I saw an overweight individual in New York. But anyways, today on Arok, is there anything in the news you want to discuss, Mr. Wangjor?
There's that one funny thing that news that came out recently. I think there's a lot of buzz around this Amazon Fresh store where
Oh,
people could just come in, grab whatever they can,
yeah.
and just leave. And like apparently, they use AI technology to detect what they got. And what ended up happening was people found out, and there
Uh-huh.
was news published recently that it was just a bunch of security cameras around the store,
Mhm.
and they just basically had a bunch of people in an office in India just watching what everyone got and then charging that to their account.
Oh
So
my,
yeah, there's like a running joke that says like AI, it stands for like
all
all
Indian.
India, all
I heard
Indian.
about
So
that. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
that's the funny thing in AI news that I found pretty funny this week.
because I remember seeing all these Amazon Fresh stores pop up last year, or was it 2022? Yeah, I saw all these Amazon Fresh stores pop up, and when I went inside, I knew that the intent was for them to be something distinct. I knew, yeah, like something like a grab and go kind of grocery market. But then, every time I've gone, people were checking out, waiting in line, just like any other. It reminded me a lot of like a Walmart, one of those mini Walmarts, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
So I wasn't sure, but speaking of that AI technology, yesterday when I was at Whole Foods, actually, right next to the card scanner, there was a kind of a a palm reader, kind of like it's basically you wave your hand over it, you register your account, your card information, it detects your palm print. It recognizes your palm print, that machine. And our audience, our listeners, some of our listeners, IT professional listeners will know this better, but basically it captures your palm print and associates that with your bank account. So
What?
you wave your hand over that other scanner, and you just pay that way. I mean, would you
Mm,
be comfortable doing that? Would you be comfortable, you know, having
No, I mean I don't know if I'd want to register my fingerprints or paw prints with Amazon, but I mean the was it the non-contact the double tap on my phone and then doing that is already convenient enough. Like I don't know if the hand thing.
yeah,
I don't know if I would sacrifice my security and my I guess my privacy over that minor I guess scale and convenience.
yeah,
Like I don't know if
exactly.
that's worth it. What do you think? What did you do? Did you use it? The paw print?
No, no, but I just used the general card scanner, but I did ask the cashier what that was, and she gave me the whole spiel. And just told me, yeah,
Okay.
basically it captures you register an account, it captures your palm print and then associates that with a bank account. At least that's how I was made to understand it. Maybe I'm wrong, and some of our IT professional listeners could weigh in on this. But I mean, we already have our face. We've already registered our faces, our face IDs on,
That's
to
true.
get into our phones and, fingerprints,
Yeah, so I mean, that's actually really, really true. So I mean, I guess it would just be like another step in the direction we're already heading in.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, AI is scary, man. It's getting scary. Every day it's
Yes.
getting closer and closer to 1984.
George Orwell. Yeah. Big Brother watching. But
Yeah.
speaking of AI, kind of leads me to I want to kind of rollerblade off of that conversation we had a couple of days ago about we kind of reacted to that video about whether or not a bachelor's degree is still worthwhile or not. And then somewhere along the lines, we started talking about AI and its effect on various job markets. So, Wanja, can we've had this discussion off camera, but do you want to weigh in and maybe what do you think? What job markets do you think are endangered by being taken over by AI? And
Okay, first of all, let me speak from my expertise. Like I do marketing right now, right? So
Mhm.
in marketing, AI has been extremely crucial when it comes to copywriting, when it comes to graphic design, when it comes to email marketing. I think did I
Mm,
mention email marketing already? But that's part of the industry that's affected. And in addition to that, now it's going to be advertisement is going to be big part. AI is going to play a big part in that as well. Now that Sora is set to come out,
um,
um, whenever it does come out, all those technology, at least in the marketing industry, is not gonna, I would say, take the job of marketers, but it's gonna definitely provide some tools that if you're not capable of using as a marketer, your job will be at risk. So I think it's more of marketers are gonna get pushed out who don't adapt to the AI technology.
mhm.
So I think it's just going to raise demand and raise the a demand from people who are actually knowledgeable. And I think that applies to a lot of other industries as well. I know in the legal field, I don't think that lawyers are going to be or legal assistants are going to be pushed out necessarily as much as legal assistants who refuse to use AI. They're the ones that are going to be pushed out because now people are going to need people who are able to use Chat GPT to come help form legal documents.
Yeah.
So, and what do you think? So, I think the legal field and marketing there, I think there are huge parts that they play in that. Do you have any insights as to other industries?
Well, yeah, in terms of marketing, I mean, before I get into what I'm going to say, well, what about lead generation? Do you think AI? I feel like AI. A lot of people have been saying, especially where it pertains to sales and marketing, they think that it's very beneficial for lead generation.
Yeah, absolutely. So, just like Google algorithm plays a big role in what feed you get on your, I
Oh
guess,
yeah,
platform
yeah.
they're using. So YouTube, they'll recommend you videos that you would tend to most likely watch. Just like that, ads that marketers push out will now be pushed out to segments of population that would be more likely be able to pick or be exposed to that advertisement. So
Mhm.
it's going to be better in terms of lead generation. It's going to be more targeted towards people that might be interested, just like how, you know, the YouTube videos that you watch will dictate what other recommendations you get. That was going to apply with advertisements.
It's kind of that the Google algorithm's kind of creepy because let me tell you something. I think it's not just like what you search, but I think it's come to a point, even conversations we have around our phones that are logged in to our Google accounts capture some things. Because I remember me and my wife had a conversation about I think had a conversation about what zoos there are in around the area at some point. And then literally I remember that as soon as we got in the car, I didn't type anything in my phone, and neither did she. But when I checked my phone, the first thing that popped up, you know, in the list of in the feed below the search bar was very zoos around you, the best zoos there are in the US, and all these things about zoos. And I didn't search anything on, I didn't type anything in. We were just talking about it around our phones, I guess. So that leads me to believe that there's something going on beneath the surface.
Yeah, man, I definitely agree. I think this is something that I think people have brought up to me, like mentioned to me as long as like 6 7 years ago. You know, like people will be talking about something, and next thing you know, they'll see an advertise about. It'll be something really specific too, right? Right? Like it wouldn't be anything that should normally just pop up, but they'll talk about something and it'll just pop up out of nowhere. And it's happened to me too. I'll be talking about, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember having a conversation with somebody when my phone was like sitting in the vicinity, and then next time I check my phone, it's appearing up there. So
Yeah,
I don't know, man. That is something that's kind of freaks me out as well.
yeah.
But I think so maybe somebody that's more knowledgeable about this technology could tell us whether or not that actually is happening, because that is, it's happened too many times for me to think that it's just a coincidence, right? So like
Right.
yeah, that is something that we should look into.
But we were talking about how I think computer science jobs, which surprisingly,
Mhm.
a lot of computer science IT jobs are actually, well, I'm going to refrain from saying the word imperiled. I would say they're more, a lot of them are at risk unless they just like with the other jobs, like, legal field and marketing. If you don't embrace those who don't embrace AI in computer science and IT will probably probably destined for failure. Not failure, but they're not going to do as well as those who do embrace AI. And the reason I say that, I think AI generates a lot of code very efficiently.
Yeah, I have a couple of friends that go to a university nearby, and one of them actually is a computer science major, and he
Mhm.
told me that he uses it on the regular for his homeworks. And
Wow.
obviously, I'm not going to disclose who it is, but like if you're able to pass it off in front of your college professors as like legit work, that means that it's going to be applied in the future. I think people should treat it like be treated calculators, right? Back in the
Yeah,
day, people thought that it would kind of ruin people's ability to do on the spot math, but no, it just supplements it. It's just another
exactly.
resource. Yeah. But yeah, computer science, yeah, I think it's like if you don't get with the times, you're gonna be pushed out, and people in the tech industry are already being laid off in record numbers. I think Tesla recently laid off thousands of workers, and they're joining Google and Apple. So I think that's an industry where that's the computer science industry is something that the demand is slowly, I would say, decreasing. But yeah, that's my opinion on it. I have no facts to back it up.
Oh man. I mean, yeah, but surprisingly, so we mentioned marketing, legal assistant particularly, and then IT computer science. I actually think since Sora's already come out, the film industry and yeah, like Hollywood and that whole cinematic industry are, they're facing serious competition from AI because Sora's just come out from OpenAI and it's generating all these videos, and it's only a matter of time, I give it 5 10 years before they start generating like you can literally use AI to create your own feature length film or TV series, even maybe.
Yeah,
So I think actors and film directors and film producers might um, be facing serious competition from AI as well.
yeah. So ice skating off of that, I would say that uh, there are video games, and now can I think the video game industry can also be affected by it too. I think in the end, because if you think about it, right, like a lot of the people that actually play these days are going to be playing not people that are designing video games are using coding, are using graphic design, and now right now we're using professionals to do the work. But if
Yeah,
we have technology that can actually automate, that can be automated in order to doing that, it would make it much more efficient, just like manufacturing gets more efficient, so you need less people to work in a factory. If once one system gets more efficient, and able to be automated by used to be machinery, but now it's going to be technology, like AI that can automate it. So I think there's going to be less space in that industry too.
I remember that conversation we had off camera, when about how once AI or maybe Sora has gotten to a point where it can generate those feature length films and stuff, maybe it can even change. What is it? I don't know. Everybody's different. So some people have Friday night movies, and then some people have
Oh
Saturday.
yeah,
Some people have Saturday night movie dates, movie nights. So I think it could change the game for that. Like, every week, like in a circle of friends or in a family, people could every individual could be tasked with generating the script of a feature length film. I could definitely see that happening. Like,
yeah. I mean, I would want to take it as as like a once a year. I think it'd be fun. I want to try it, right? I think I brought it up to you, and then like I kind of want to do it with our group. I think
oh
I'll can write out a script, make a movie, and then maybe once a year we can all gather and like has screened each one of our movies. I think that would be a fun time. I'm not sure how good it's gonna be, but I think, but the bigger point is that now everyday people like me and you, if we are able to do it, that means that the barrier of entry is going to be lower. That means that
yeah.
people's jobs are going to be people who are already in the market are going to be kind of more at risk because there are more people that can do the job.
It's a lot of people are actually thinking Uber. We're saying Uber drivers and taxi drivers and those guys are in peril because I don't know if you've seen a lot of these. I know Tesla's come up with it, and I think a lot of other a lot of the others in the automobile industry are working on it as well. These self-powered, self-driven vehicles, which they'll eventually be using for rideshare purposes. So, but I actually don't think that's gonna take off as much as we think. I mean, I could be wrong. Anything could happen in 5, 10 years. But I mean,
Mm.
every person, literally every person, it doesn't matter if they're Gen X, Gen Z, millennial. Nobody's gonna trust putting their life in the hands of AI. Like, maybe a college essay, maybe a maybe coding, but not their lives. So I think Uber drivers and taxi drivers, I think those guys are gonna be, and bus drivers, I think those guys are gonna be secure.
I think so too. Like imagine like truck drivers is a huge industry. Like people with CDLs that drive
Oh, yeah.
and basically keep our whole country running. I wouldn't trust that in the hands of computers so far. I've seen instances where I know you've been inside Teslas before, and
Mhm.
I've heard that Teslas, even though their kind of the self-drive feature, although it's really is ahead of its time, still not where people need it to be in order to feel safe.
Yeah. No,
Have you heard of instances where it has failed people?
I was actually meaning to look it up right now. It was self-driving car accident. I'm actually literally just Googling Uber self-driving. Oh, here. Oh, wow. There's a whole Wikipedia page about this. So I'm gonna share my screen real quick. So Uber self-driving test driver, please. So death of Elaine Hertzberg. So Elaine Hertzberg was the first recorded case of a pedestrian fatality involving a self-driving car after a collision that occurred late in the evening of March 18th, 2018. 6 years ago. It's more than half a decade ago. So she was struck by an Uber test vehicle, which was operating in self-drive mode with a human safety backup driver sitting in the driving seat. Hertzberg was taken to the local hospital where she died of her injuries. Rest in peace. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely so. Yeah, to answer your question, it's clearly, obviously, it's happened.
Dang, there was a driver there too. I guess the driver failed to stop the car as
I
well.
guess,
Then,
I guess that's the whole game plan is the maybe like the self-driving car does what it does, and then in this driver seat there's still going to be like a driver who's going to take over the uh, you know take over handle the wheel whenever anything goes awry.
Dang, nah, yeah, I don't think I would trust it yet. I think once it's more tested and more people are using it and see some more success, then I think I would finally be comfortable. So I don't think the public in general is open to that right now. So I don't know, man. I'm pretty sketched out by it.
Likewise, likewise. I think a lot of people are, and a lot of people are going to remain so because I've literally talked to, yeah, like college students and like yeah, Gen Zers about this, and their sentiments are the same.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Yeah. So, but speaking of, speaking of like AIs, the truck drivers, taxi drivers, Uber drivers, their respective job markets not being impacted by AI as much. I've been hearing a lot in terms of these kind of discussions on AI and the job market. Blue collar jobs are and like trades are probably going to make a huge comeback in
I think
demand.
so too. Yeah, I feel like they're the ones that are probably going to be least affected by it, right? So
Yeah,
I'll imagine that's going to be one of the markets that's not going to be hit by it. But what are your thoughts?
it makes sense because I didn't know this. I think a lot of like yeah, just blue collar jobs in general and like the trade schools. I mean, they're always there, and you just get an apprenticeship for. I don't know how it is for all of them, but I think with like HVAC and plumbing, you just go to take a like a. I don't even think it's 6 months. I think it's like 3 to 6 months course, and then you take an apprenticeship. Altogether, the whole process doesn't take more than a year and a half.
Mm,
And then I was actually going to check what's the starting salary for like an HVAC
insane.
technician salary. All right, I'm going to share my screen real quick. Um, so the average HVAC technician salary is 84,000.
Those are the
Uh,
top earners.
those are
Average
the
is
top earners.
57,000.
Average is 57,499. So it's like yeah, it's pretty substandard. It's not
Yeah,
as I was thinking it was a lot higher, but yeah, I definitely see I don't think it's gonna like overtake people going to college, but I do think it is gonna find an increase because unless they get robots to start fixing, HVAC systems and handle your plumbing and do your construction, your property restoration, I don't think AI is going to be taking those industries over anytime. So,
agree.
yeah, I mean, great discussion on AI. How about you? What do you think about art and artists and AI?
I mean, that's a good point. I think right now we have Dolly that does a lot of the you can generate a prompt and it can make a graphic design based off of that. And I've seen some really cool ideas that have come out from it, but I don't think it's going to take place of real art. Um, yeah, honestly, I don't know. I feel like art's one of those things that are so unique to what each person kind of does. I don't think it would. What do you think?
Likewise, I think. Well, I don't know. I've read a lot about artists being frustrated with the like AI generated art being everywhere. Nowadays, like people are just using AI to generate art for like the thumbnails or anything. Nobody's really being creative with it. But I think just to have the concept in your mind, making sure the AI, manipulates your vision or your idea properly. I think that takes a lot of creativity in itself as well. So I kind of disagree that it's ruining art, as I've seen some people say.
Oh my God. Even poetry, I feel like poetry is also another thing that's really, really been subjective, but I think AI can do a decent job, but I don't think it's gonna definitely take place of actual people doing it.
Yeah.
Speaking of poetry, man, do you want to do a haiku about AI? Just me and you right now.
Okay, sure, sure. You want to commence since you've been doing a lot. I think you've been engaging in a lot more poetry than I have.
Do you want me to? It's 575, right? So
I
do you
seven
want
five.
to do the 5 and 5, or I can do the 7, or do you want me to do 5 and 5? You do the 7.
You do the. I'll do the 5 and 5. You do the 7.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, yeah, okay, let's do it.
Let's think. AI
This give
AI
me
took my job. How about that? AI took my
AI
job.
took my job.
Okay.
Okay, AI took my job. AI took my job. I am pissed at AI now.
Oh, okay, good. You got the 7 right away. AI took my job. I am pissed at AI now. What do I do next?
What do I do?
And
Okay,
that's
okay.
fine, right?
Okay, so we said AI took my job. I am pissed at AI now. What
What
do I
do
do
I
next?
do? This is a question now. It's a
It just sounds
haiku.
like a Reddit question.
It's a Reddit question, exactly. We just created a Reddit question in like 5 years.
Man,
Yeah.
man.
It
Okay,
was
wait.
it was
Let's
actually
do
a
this. I'm gonna
haiku.
have ChatGPT write us a poem about AI, a
Okay.
haiku about AI, and let's see which one does a
Haiku.
better
Right.
job.
Let's see what it comes up with. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we did decent, but we didn't have a lot of time to think about it, though. So we gotta give ourselves a little slack.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me do it on my phone faster. I think on this way.
For sure.
Give me a haiku. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So it says artificial mind, bits and bytes in harmony, intelligence born.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
So
hmm. I
we've
think
got a
ours.
lot of work.
No, I think ours is more. Ours is better.
Yeah, I like ours better too. Get straight to the point. Um,
Straight to the point.
yeah, yeah.